Morning light spilled through the wide glass windows of Studio 1A at Rockefeller Plaza. Outside, tourists pressed against the barricades with steaming coffee cups and homemade signs, hoping for a chance to wave to the hosts of the morning show they had watched for years. Inside the studio, the familiar buzz of preparation filled the air. Cameras rolled into position. Producers hurried across the floor holding clipboards, and makeup artists gave final touch-ups to the hosts sitting under the bright studio lights. For the team at Today, mornings were usually filled with cheerful energy and the comforting rhythm of routine. But this particular morning carried a different tone. Something emotional hung in the air, because someone had come home. At the center desk sat Jenna Bush Hager, co-host of the show's Fourth Hour. Known for her warm smile and candid storytelling, Jenna had become one of the most recognizable faces on the program. Yet this morning, her usual composure wavered. Her eyes looked glassy, and every so often she blinked quickly, as if holding back tears. Beside her, her co-hosts watched quietly, sensing that the moment she was about to share meant more than just another segment on the rundown. "Good morning," Jenna began softly, her voice carrying the familiar warmth viewers had come to love. But there was something else too. Emotion. "We had a special visitor this morning," she continued. She paused, just long enough for the entire studio to fall completely silent. "Savannah has come back to her home here at 30 Rock in Studio 1A. The room immediately filled with gentle applause. The name Jenna had spoken belonged to one of the most beloved anchors in morning television, Savannah Guthrie. For years, Savannah had been a cornerstone of Today's success. Her calm professionalism, quick wit, and compassionate reporting had earned the trust of millions of viewers. But earlier that year, she had stepped away from the show. Her reason was deeply personal. Her mother, Nancy Guthrie, had disappeared unexpectedly, sending Savannah into a painful and uncertain chapter of her life. In the weeks that followed, Savannah withdrew from her public duties to focus on her family and the ongoing search. She even stepped away from covering the 2026 Winter Olympics, an assignment she had long been preparing for. For viewers, the absence was noticeable. For the Today team, it was heartbreaking. Jenna took a deep breath as she continued telling the story. "We got to see her this morning," she said. Her voice cracked slightly, and in her perfect way, she talked to all of us. She hugged every single person in this room. She gestured toward the cameras, the lighting crew, the producers behind the scenes. The crew, the staff, everyone. Behind the cameras, a few crew members quietly wiped their eyes. Because Savannah hadn't just been a colleague. She had been family. Morning television creates a unique kind of relationship between hosts. They share early mornings, live broadcasts, unexpected mishaps, and emotional interviews. Over the years, those shared experiences turn coworkers into something much deeper. Friends. That bond had grown especially strong between Jenna and Savannah. Jenna had watched Savannah balance a demanding career while raising children, navigating difficult news cycles, and supporting the people around her. And when Savannah stepped away from the show earlier in the year, Jenna had done everything she could to support her. She had even helped organize a vigil in honor of Nancy Guthrie, gathering friends and members of their church community. Both Jenna and Savannah attended the same church in New York, and their shared faith had only deepened their friendship. Earlier that morning, before the show began, something unexpected had happened. The doors of Studio 1A quietly opened. A small group of staff members noticed first. Then someone whispered, "Savannah's here." Within seconds, the room seemed to pause. Savannah stepped inside slowly. She looked different, not dramatically, but in the way someone looks after walking through a season of grief. Her smile was gentle. Her eyes carried both sadness and strength. But she was there, and that was what mattered. Savannah didn't walk straight to the anchor desk. Instead, she did something that perfectly reflected her personality. She walked through the entire studio. One by one, she hugged people. Camera operators, producers, writers, makeup artists, assistants. Some of them had worked with her for over a decade. Others were newer staff members who had admired her from afar. But each hug carried the same message. Thank you. Back on the live broadcast, Jenna struggled to hold her composure. She came here just to say thank you, Jenna said. Her eyes filled with tears again. And it meant everything. For viewers watching at home, the emotion was impossible to miss. Morning television often thrives on upbeat energy and light-hearted conversation. But this was real life. And real life sometimes brings tears. During Savannah's absence, viewers had speculated constantly. Would she return? Or would this difficult chapter lead her to step away permanently from morning television? Many fans had quietly worried that the beloved anchor might decide not to come back. After all, she had already stepped away from the Olympic coverage, a rare and significant decision for someone in her position. But Jenna had good news to share. She said she has the intention to return to the show, Jenna told viewers. The studio erupted in applause. Even as Jenna spoke, she emphasized something Savannah had shared with her privately. Returning wouldn't be easy. Even though it feels like the hardest thing to do, Jenna explained, it's also her home. She gestured around the studio. This place and the people here, they love her so much. Savannah had told her that being surrounded by that love would help her find the strength to step back into the spotlight. And she is beyond loved here, Jenna said. Another voice soon joined the conversation. Across the desk sat Chanel Jones, another Today host who had worked closely with Savannah for years. She nodded warmly as Jenna finished speaking. Everyone loves you, Chanel said, addressing Savannah directly even though she wasn't on camera. Her voice carried a tone of sincere reassurance. And whenever you're ready, we're here.
You were probably fighting with one of your brothers in this moment. They were
Joaquin
probably
even
they were probably
walk.
in your mind. They were probably excluding you from something, and this was the vibe.
Yes, like you're not letting me play with you.
You're not letting me play with you.
Yeah.
That was a lot of that.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh my
gosh,
goodness.
this is a great one. Great shot.
See, this is where I'm like, please, I need to go into storage and find this exact outfit so I can wear it around London and be like, I need to get on a horse.
This is where your London vibe started.
This is where it all started. It all started at the Hampton Classic, which I believe.
No, that's in Florida.
No, this is in WEF. Winter Equestrian Festival. Yeah, this was after I just did a horse show. I probably, from my face, either I won or I was just relieved to be off of the horse and like on land.
Terra firma.
But this is such a cute photo.
I used to love watching you ride those. It was to me so scary. I mean,
So
to me,
scary.
the scariest thing ever is to get on a horse. Not because I'm afraid of horses. I think they're so beautiful. But when you're up there, I just have a fear of falling off.